If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
Hello and welcome! Thank you for joining us for session 13 of St. Elco's Fire, a lighthearted actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. Haha! I'm so hyped!
Maximum energy!
Maximum effort! So, if you would like to catch up on past episodes of this show, you can go to happyjacks.org/St. Elco's Fire, all spelled out. And if you want to find all the shows on the Happy Jacks Network, you can visit happyjacks.org/shows. Hi, I'm Kurt. I'm the director and the co-author of this game, along with my wife, Kate Potts. I'll be running it. We're playing Lighthearted, which is a new RPG coming to Kickstarter soon. So friggin' excited. And if you want to know more about me or Lighthearted, just follow me on Twitter at KurtPotts or go to lighthearted.games. Other than that, I'm going to kick it to the players because we need to introduce our awesome cast and get started. So, Dave, how you doing?
I am fantastic. I'm as ready to be as neon as I can. Even though I feel like the road to real neon is going to be a little bumpy. So,
well, maybe we'll get a little dark this episode.
And I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm playing Harold, good grief, the outcast clique, chosen by the Celestial. So I get my prophecies of seeing momentary right before all of my friends get hurt badly, which is, I think, starting to cause a little bit of trauma. Like, I think it's really bothering Harold that he keeps having to see everybody he cares about get messed up. But that's okay, because at least they don't really get messed up, right? So that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. And I think he's still a little wigged out about our Winter Wonderland.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about that in the recap. So Clara, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. As soon as I'm like, I know what I'm gonna say, I'm ready to go, and then you're like, "Hey, Clara, how are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yep.
I have very expensive. I had to get a lot of dental work done today, and my friend referred to them as luxury bones, and honestly, I agree. So enjoy my luxury bones. I'm playing. This is the energy tonight. I'm playing Audrey, the jock, and who is a cheerleader, and she's chosen by the warrior. And if we're not, we have to get XP for last game because Audrey like opened up to people, which was like not a thing she knows how to do. The feelings were in a box, and then she handed the box to Harold. It was not good. It was fine. It turned out okay, I think. Yeah. We'll see.
So far, so good.
Did you say who you're playing? I think you did.
Yes.
Okay. Claire.
I can still tweet. I am not under arrest, and I don't have COVID.
Okay.
So I'm having a great day.
crushing it.
Yeah, I feel a little bit like Nero, but we're gonna play a game. It's gonna be great.
Who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Cuz, and they are very, how do you say, nihilistic about the current state of things. But they had a good Christmas. Do you see they got this for Christmas? Yeah. Yeah, is perfect for the agenda, which never knows what it is, just like a peacock never knows what it is. So, hooray! That is where I am.
Awesome, Joe. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm adulting well. I got myself an Oculus Quest 2, which means I now have exercise again.
Yeah.
Because I was doing nothing. It was bad. I woke up one morning and I was wheezing and I did nothing but get out of bed. And I thought, okay, it's time to take my health seriously and invest in an Oculus 2.
That's the best.
So I'm doing great. I'm awesome. How are you guys? My name's Joe. I play Zachary Lee. He's the he's the traveler, and he's the rebel clique. He's finding out a lot about himself and where he comes from and what he's doing, and it's exciting. It's exciting to be me and Zach. I think we're on mutual growth paths.
I'm really scared that you said that because I feel like you've just made it so that you're gonna get killed next game.
No, nothing's going to happen to Zach. Nothing bad will happen to Zach. Zach isn't known for deep emotional stories.
Form a protective
Not at
circle
all.
around Zach. So we just all hug Zach for 3 hours tonight.
All right.
That's it.
It's time for the donut of protection.
So, as mentioned, we did have a special holiday episode last time because one of our players was absent due to relationship
Marital
obligations,
bliss.
which are due to marital bliss, which is totally understandable. So we did a cool Winter Wonderland episode. So today's recap is going to include the previous episode, since we are picking up right at the end of the events of that episode, as well as our holiday episode, since time did not pass while they were gone. So here we go. Last time on St. Elco's Fire, we see Harold and Peter the Unicorn getting a vision of Audrey getting hurt outside Buford's feed supply at Das Bunker while a band is playing. Then we see them lock eyes, and we see Peter as Peter Criss running around Das Bunker, hilariously ruining everyone's dates, trying to collect them because the unicorns are in danger. We see Zach eat some berries and then bamf them to the feed store, where Harold warns Audrey about a green magical beam that's gonna hurt her in some way. And while they're discussing that and some feelings, Peter the Unicorn and Kaz run off. We see Kaz get captured by a man with a gun, with Peter caught in a magical net. And then Zach astral projects to see where they went. And not to be outdone, Audrey runs around the corner, making it through a magical trap, but destroying her makeshift shield. Inside the feed store, we see Kaz arguing with the unicorn trappers, and they send a hunter with several shadow hounds out to get the rest of the characters. Zach and Harold make their way through the magical trap, only to distract Audrey as she's blasted with that magical energy from his vision, making his vision come true. Then we see Harold go dark side for a minute and try to kill one of the hunter that blasted her, knocking him down. We're gonna say to have his fate unknown. And with nobody controlling the hounds, they charged Audrey. But Zach quickly puts her up on a pedestal by raising a column of earth out of the ground. Then Harold tries to use the energy in the magical barrier to blast I forget who you blasted. The Shadow Hounds? I think you got one of the hounds that way.
I think I took out a Shadow Hound. I think, yeah.
Yeah, and
You
covering
did.
yourself
Yeah.
magical burn scars.
Harold has the rad magical burn scars, and
Yes.
Audrey got a chunk of her shoulder taken out.
And you manage to resist the darkness. Then we see Audrey leaping off of her pedestal to smash a few of the dogs in a cool superhero jump, only to be bit by one of them over the shoulder. Then we see inside Kaz flirting with the person with the gun, trying to convince them to let them go. When Neil Sr. runs in to interrupt Mr. Larson, who's making a deal for unicorns because all hell's breaking loose outside. We see Mr. Larson shooting shadow energy at the people inside, and then forming a green barrier to block gunshots that go off. And then as he's running out to escape, he sees all of you and the dogs, and then fires bolts of darkness energy at the dogs, disintegrating them. And turns to run to get away. He's aiming for a truck with a unicorn in the back, and Audrey attempts to stop him, but is blocked by feelings when Neil Sr. stops her and asks, "But what about Neil?"
Why?
Then with Mr. Larson gone and Mr. Neil now a plot device, they free the rest of the unicorns and attempt to teleport somewhere to a more secure location to interrogate Neil Sr. Only something goes wrong with the teleportation, and Zach, Harold, and Audrey find themselves in a winter dimension, stuck in some sort of weird Winter Queen's party, and they go on this little fantasy journey through a holiday wonderland, and find out that the traveler, the literal traveler, is there. He offers them some advice and decides to take them home, where they find themselves. I'm gonna let you all pick the destination where the teleportation went to, but in a secure location where they can interrogate Mr. Neil. And we find Kaz and Neil Sr. there. They appeared where they should have been. Everyone else disappeared.
I wanted to throw a pitch in this, and if this messes up everything you planned, good. I'm operating on what we've been building as when somebody is tempted or when they're dealing with the darkness, my powers don't work on them. So would it be fun if we pick up where Kaz and Neil didn't go
Get
anywhere?
teleported
They're
at all.
actually right. Yeah, they're right where they were, and we kind of bamfed back to them.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So you're back at the feed store. So we'll pick up back at the feed store.
Except we're all wearing neon parkas.
Yeah, we're definitely dressed for winter.
Oh no! Zach has the all white Hoth outfit.
I'm in
He's
Hoth
got a Hoth
outfit.
Yeah.
And you're wearing 80s skiing gear. So
Yeah.
Or a big 5 or something?
So since we're picking back up where there was a tiny bit of lost time, Kaz, they disappear. Tell me how you subdued Neil Sr.
Did you see that?
Where did they go?
I don't know. I don't know why they went. I'm very confused.
Listen, we got to get you kids home. This is
Well, yeah. I mean, but there are things that we need to do.
What? This is a very dangerous place. You really shouldn't be here.
I kind of flex my little light familiars because I have 2 of them, an orange one and a yellow one. No, a yellow
You
one.
have
and a
one,
blue.
but he shines 2 colors.
Oh, one but shines 2 colors, and
So-
he just kind of blinks back and forth between yellow and blue.
So you became tempted last time.
Okay.
You attempt to do that.
I attempt to do that.
And you feel like a faint presence, but no light emits.
That is all I can think of right now. Like,
okay,
all other, not being able to do what I have always been able to do. Like, there are no other thoughts now.
I have an idea, and it's a patently Clara idea.
Oh God.
Okay.
And that is, we bamf in just right on top of them.
It's like.
Exactly.
Well, hold on. Let me
if
check.
Kaz cannot, that's all.
Yeah. So, Claire, do you want that to end with Kaz just being confused and like stuck, or do you want Kaz to try to figure it out?
Yeah, no, I want them to kind of freak out a little bit. The camera kind of zooms in over their shoulder as Kaz kind of stares at their hands, and it just keeps getting closer to their face as Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode plays.
Nice. And then
it's just all face acting, like just I can't do it because I'm writing, I'm not acting.
Yeah.
But like their face just tells this whole story of like confusion and the 5 steps of grief and it just ends with just like anger. They are pissed.
Which emotion did you mark tempted on? Yellow. Okay. As you're going through the emotions, when you hit anger, you feel this like, the power is there. Like you could do what you wanted to achieve. You could achieve what you wanted to achieve. But it's different. It's darker.
I know what Kaz would do, but it's like not what Claire wants to do. Because Kaz would absolutely go for it, but Claire's like, no, bitch, come back.
Would you? I mean, would you lash out with anger at this? Like, I need this ability. I need to be able to do magic.
Yeah, well, as I got angry and I felt that there was fire there, I would reach for the fire, even if it's dark, because I'm already angry.
So, what do you do? Fire's at your disposal. You can do whatever you want with this flame. Neil is standing before you.
It's Neil Senior, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking down at you as if you're some petulant child.
I make a ring starting from my hand and just like slowly spreading in a circle around us. And I look up and I say, we'll be fine.
The fire is green. Sickly green.
Do I know what that means?
Does
Kaz
so.
know what that means?
I think
Okay.
Kaz knows what that means. She just saw someone do it. Right? She saw the guy inside calling green fire in his hands before, and
Claire doesn't remember what that does.
so darkness magic is made of shadow and like this sickly radiated green light.
Okay.
And so this green circle of fire, and he steps back. He starts backing up, and he's like, "No, you don't have to do this."
Yeah, when it gets green, I would stop, and like the energy would just.
So, at that moment, you would need to mark tempted on red. You would take the condition tempted on red because you used dark magic to do another type of spell. But I'm going to let you you can say, no, I resist, right? You can always resist. You can say as if, right? That doesn't happen.
No, I'll take tempted.
Okay.
Mostly
are
because I
you
want to see how that works.
Are you still in? Do you have any other conditions? You do not. You only have two emotional conditions. So you can take 4, I believe. Yeah, you can take 4 before you get knocked out of a scene. So,
Okay.
but yeah, the power is there. You can call it. I wouldn't even make you roll.
Okay.
But he's backing up. He seems nervous.
When I see that it's green and it clicks in my head, I stop because I know what that means, and I don't want to be evil even if I am upset. So I would stop the flames and just kind of sort of stand there waiting for Neil Senior to do something.
And I think that's when the others appear. And I think they pop in, right? So it's like Joe pops in, or Zach pops in, and Harold pops in, and Claire or Audrey falls on top of Neil Senior.
Fine. Well, I'm changing my Zoom thing.
And I think we can end that scene there and pick up in another location if you want. So I think that that incapacitates Neil Senior because it's more interesting if that happens. So so that scene cuts. It goes to the intro. The intro song plays for St. Elco's Fire. And,
except it's like an 80s show, so it's the montage with the yellow text over.
You know what
it,
I'm really hearing though is like the theme song to Buffy. Anyway.
And we pick up somewhere else. So what secure location would you take Neil Senior to?
Scrapyard. The scrapyard.
Where are we again?
Is my assumption. It's my.
You're currently
only
at a feed
guess
store,
right now.
That's right. Okay, and we're trying to get to the
somewhere where there aren't knocked out dark creature hunters waiting to wake up.
Do
what
we
about
know anyone nearby? I for some reason I can't. Kaz, I can't bring you. Or Neil.
We have cars. We have a car here. We don't have a car
teleported here.
Guys, come here. Okay.
I mean, there are vehicles here that you could try to steal.
There's at least one van without a door already.
Yes.
Well, I guess we're taking I don't know how to hotwire a car.
Neil Senior probably has a car here.
That's true.
Yes. Yeah, Neil Senior probably drove here.
That's true. After rifling through Neil Senior's pockets, which this game has been so much of us figuring out how to get places. It's like
because we keep building the weirdest entourages.
Well, and we also we have a really rich town. It's there's a lot of I feel like I could take you on a tour around
around Sunset Boulevard in LA.
I think Neil Senior drives a cream-colored Mercedes.
Yep, that's it. That's
with
the car.
That brown interior.
Yep, with the brown interior.
After rifling through his pockets, we have car keys, and we can cram all of us into it, I'm sure, and it's totally legal. Yeah. However, is it okay if we go to the scrapyard?
Yeah, we don't have anywhere else to go, and I can't just take us there, so I guess we're driving.
I mean,
and scrapyard's as good a place as any.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay. So the camera fades out on you all driving away in the, I think it was like foggy nighttime when we got there. So and it comes back up on you pulling into the scrapyard. We can hear the gravel, crunching under the car as you pull up, and I think there's a mist, there's a fog over our city this night, and so it's kind of a little brisk.
It's okay. We've got parkas.
Yeah.
We're dressed for it.
Except for Kaz. We'd be like, Kaz, you okay? Here. Yeah. You can have my neon colored hat and scarf.
And Peter went with the family, I believe. He went back with the unicorns. You don't have Peter in tow anymore.
Thank goodness.
If Claire needs to get to Peter, though, or if Kaz ever wants to get to Peter, just tell me, or you can figure it out.
Okay.
Kaz would be able to know. They've like bonded, so if you want, you can just find Peter if you need to later.
Yeah. Like, do I have? Is it like do I always know where he is, or do I have to like tap into something?
You'd have to like go and like find Peter, but you could just say, "I'm gonna go get Peter," and then like an hour later, you have Peter.
Okay.
Like, you'd have to go to the forest and then be like, "Peter," and then he'd like sense you and come.
Okay, so it's like he's not a fast mode of transportation, but he's a reliable.
Yeah. He's not
ally.
a familiar, but he's like, think of him like a connection to an NPC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I don't immediately need him, so I'm not gonna go and get him. I'm gonna try and get to the scrapyard with everybody else.
Yeah. So you all take the car together. We see you all getting out of the Mercedes. And Mr. Neil or Mr. Neil Senior is unconscious. Is he in the trunk?
Can he be Mr. Neil, please?
I mean, he can be if you'd like that. He
has
has a last name.
I think we'd probably prop him up in the middle of the back seat.
Weekend at Bernie's style.
Neil and Mr.
Yeah.
Neil.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's just a passenger that has fallen asleep. Like, he doesn't look any different than that.
No, of course not.
Rather than like risk the like dude wakes up in the trunk and we didn't know that he has a secret stash of evil wands in the boot. You know,
Is that a thing? Is that
I
a
don't
thing
know.
that could happen?
I mean, who knows what kind of disaster prepper he is? I don't know.
Yeah, I think whoever's driving, I direct them to the covered structure that I once built to shelter a vampire. That we can just use that. We can secure that probably.
Audrey drives efficiently, not like well.
No, that's totally fine. You take your time. You get there.
As long as he seems like he's staying unconscious the whole time, then we're cool. But if it seems like he's stirring, then I'd probably try and put a blindfold on him so he couldn't find his way back to wherever we're going.
No, he seems unconscious. In fact, the camera just comes up on you all waking him up. How is he restrained? Like, in what way did you try to make sure that he doesn't just get up and walk away?
So I have two conditions right now, and they are both feelings and more feelings. So
so a scene ended. So a scene has ended, which means that you get not as bad as it looks. So at the end of a scene, everyone can choose one of their conditions and try to roll to get rid of it.
Oh man.
So this is an excellent way to get rid of a tempted condition, especially if you have more than one.
Okay. Because I always forget, because I usually never have to do this. What are you rolling to get rid of conditions?
If it's a physical condition, you roll bod, and if it's an emotional condition, you roll psych.
I am never losing these conditions, is what I'm hearing.
And unless you take some time to talk about your feelings, which you did talk about your feelings in the last game.
I just have 2 times the feelings that I had before.
Yeah, it's a lot of feelings.
It does feel like I'm 18. All right, hold on.
Tempted counts as an emotional condition, so you would roll psych to try to clear it. If you want to try to clear it.
I don't think Harold is ready to do that.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
I think
totally fine.
He's probably pretty spaced out the whole drive over. Like, not chatty or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Does stress go away, or is that also something we roll?
Stress is cleared at the end of a scene. So you clear all your stress. Okay. And I think the berries have worn off by now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you did a whole adventure in
I had
the
a whole
snow.
adventure.
Yeah. Why weren't you feeling peaceful?
Because I was rolling on orange because that was the only stat I could roll on, and I took conditions.
I think meeting your deity is enough to clear that.
Yeah, I think partying with Ginger also helped.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 3.
Okay, so no, you do not. It does not go away.
So I think
you're gonna have to talk about those feelings to get them to go away.
I think Audrey having been able, just because Audrey apologizing to Harold just put more on top of it. It wasn't really like getting rid of the other problem, which is still Neil Jr.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine. This is all fine.
Okay. Claire, did you want to take a stab at clearing one of your tempted, or do you want to hold on to those and explore that more?
I want to explore it more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you how. So then, since this is probably going to be a theme for your character going forward, the way that it works is if you are ever taken out by being tempted, you become a dark mage and your character goes away. It's like one of the ways you can like retire a character.
Okay.
Until you can clear them, right? Like that character is like out of commission until they can come back. You can take 4, right? You can take 4 emotional conditions. It's if you go over, right? So if you ended up with 5 emotions full of tempted, then you would retire Kaz. But you can just say, oh, I'm going to try to clear that, or at the end of scene, try to get rid of it. Like, no, I'm going to back down, that kind of thing. But if you go full dark mode or whatever, then we'll explore how that works when it comes.
Okay. I don't want Kaz to die.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't die. It would be like the equivalent, if you've played Fate, it's the equivalent of going over your refresh.
Mm.
We can fix it. It just is harder, I assume.
Yes, yeah. And it might just be that the next scene is your friends having an intervention, right?
Right.
So.
Well, this sounds like something I want to do. Yes, let's explore it.
And of course we have our safety tool. So if this is like not a story you want to explore anymore or at any point, just let me know. We'll exit and we'll figure that out. Okay.
Yeah.
All
no,
right.
I'm fine. I've never gotten I've never allowed myself to make this many bad decisions in a row in an RPG. And I'm kind of curious, like how far I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. Okay, so the camera fades up on Neil Sr. Was he sitting in a chair? Is he taped to something? What did you do? Is he just like laying on a couch and he wakes up?
Yeah. No, I wasn't unkind to him.
Are you afraid of him getting away? Or
I think he needs to be restrained. I just don't want to do it.
Oh, I'll do it.
Oh.
I find a rusty chain.
Yeah, I think Zach, or if Harold and Zach probably chain him up to a chair,
Or
not like in a harsh way, but like he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Like you tie something around his ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he wakes up and he kind of comes to and he's like, oh, did something hit me in the head?
Oh, there's a tire around his arms. Like he's in a tire. He's in a
tire. So he's like,
Yeah.
did something? What the? And he looks down. He looks around at all of you and he's like, what is your problem?
So many things.
Our problem is that we don't take kindly to people trying to murder kids with dark creatures.
What are you talking? Okay, I don't know what you've heard, but there's been no trying to murder kids with dark creatures. Okay?
Strongly disagree.
I guarantee
Zach's gonna drag a pipe very loudly, and he's just pacing around.
He's dragging a pipe, and Neil's like, okay, listen, kids, I'm a lawyer. Like, if you need some advice, I can help. Someone slip $1 in my pocket and we can talk this out.
bribery is technically illegal.
No, he's a
Audrey's having
lawyer.
a-
He's asking you
no.
to retain him.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we have.
He's like, just put
confidentiality.
$1 in my pocket. You can tell me whatever you want.
Audrey's
We'll
having
get
a
you
lot of
guys some
problems
help.
right now.
Did you throw $1 at him?
I let it fall onto his lap.
And he's like, fair enough. Okay, I am now your representative. You have the benefit of attorney-client privilege. Can you let me out of this thing, please?
Not yet. No.
What? Why not?
Audrey's like sitting
If-
against the wall by the door, like facing him, like not sure what to do about this. This is a lot.
And I think he calls out to Audrey because I mean he knows you. He's like, Audrey,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Tell your friends to get this thing off of me.
It's complicated. It's more to keep you safe than to keep us from
Keep me safe from what?
getting accidentally, I don't know, hellhounded?
No, I am sure that we can explain anything. That there must be some misunderstanding. You must have let something get out of hand. I understand the situation you found us in was not ideal, but we can talk this out.
I know why Zach couldn't take me with him. Why couldn't he take you?
What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you?
No. Who is Zach? Which of you is Zach?
I dropped the
between
pipe.
Harold and Kaz and
I dropped the pipe loudly onto the ground.
Not Zach.
Hello, Zach. My name is Neil. It's a pleasure to meet you. What exactly are they talking about?
Neil. You need some water, Neil?
I couldn't drink it if I had any. My arms are trapped in this tire, son.
Yeah. Are you thirsty, though?
No, not really. I would very much like to be let out of this tire, though.
That's a shame, because there are places I can take you where there's nothing but water. And I guarantee you nobody would ever find a shred of you if I'm the
Okay.
one that has to take you.
Son, I really don't think you want to be making
I'm not your
threats like
son,
that.
and you're
Okay,
not my
I'm
dad.
Sorry. Zach.
I pick up the pipe.
Zach. Okay, Zach. There's no need to make threats. I am not a danger to you. I want to
You've
help
got a lot
you.
of explaining to do before I let you
Okay,
anywhere
then
out of that
ask
tire.
me what you want to know.
Why,
What is it you want?
why were you helping other people try to capture unicorns?
Yeah, let's start with that.
Fred has some strong ideas about
Who is Fred?
Larson.
Mr. Larson.
Frederick Larson. Do you know him? You said, why was I helping him?
He
Kaz
teaches
just
at-
kind of side eyes Hal. Harold.
He teaches at
You know him?
Elco.
So he's your teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Larson has decided that it is very important that we try something dangerous. I have been trying. He tries to get to his neck. I have been trying to talk him down, but he is adamant that this is the best course of action. I am doing everything I can.
Did he attack? Wasn't he one of the people who attacked us, or did he just show up?
No. Fred and Neil did not attack you.
Oh, well, shit.
Fred shot like we get a flashback of Mr.
I can't
Larson
remember.
shooting sickly green energy out of his hands and disintegrating the Shadowhounds that were attacking you.
Yeah.
Before running away, and then we see Neil Sr. stopping you from stopping him. by asking why you were there and
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you to think
no,
about
that,
me.
yeah.
What's
So-
he trying to do?
He thinks he can bring back his. Have you heard of Bastion?
We all
Yes.
nod
He
for
He
the
says
people
the full
listening.
name. I've lost my note where the full name is, but have you heard of Bastion?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He believes that Bastion has some way to remove the darkness from the world. And when you believe that you're doing the right thing, you sometimes make poor choices.
Yeah, I know all about that. Where's he
I'm a
taking
lawyer.
the
I've seen
unicorn?
it all my life.
Where's
So-
he taking that unicorn?
I don't know. I don't know.
You said you were trying to talk him down. What were you trying to do? Because it doesn't seem to me like you did a very good job.
Well, all hell broke loose when you kids showed up.
We were trying to stop them from taking unicorns. They were in danger.
And that is a noble cause.
Were
It
you
sounds
also
like you succeeded.
well, no, he got away with unicorns, right? Didn't
He
he?
took at least one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw him get away in the truck. He does have one, yes.
Well, where's he taking them?
I don't know where he was going to keep it.
What is he planning to do with it?
It's a little gritty. I don't know if...
I already know what the answer is. I need you to say it.
All right. I was trying to spare you. He intends to sacrifice it. He believes
Where?
that is the only way to open the gate to bring back Bastion.
He must be working with others. He can't be doing that by
Yes,
himself.
there are others of us. We all
And where
swore to
would
do
they
what
have-
it took, but I don't believe this is the way to do it, and I've tried to convince him of that.
Were you also trying to convince him when they were attacking students at the beach?
Okay, we weren't attacking students. That was an accident. We were simply trying to siphon off the ambient joy around a bunch of kids partying at the beach. I don't know.
Didn't one of the
what
kids
happened.
die?
He
Mhm.
drowned. That could have been technically. I'm willing to take the blame,
Are you?
but yes, we screwed up. But that's not something. I can't confirm that we killed that kid. Right? He could have drank too much and swam, but it could have also been because we made him sad. Who knows?
God, that's such a lawyer response. I think Audrey actually is going to go over and tear the tire off of him, and I will use a feat, not a feat, one
A
of
heart
her
to
abilities
just
to
rip the
do
tire
that.
apart.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
rip the
dude.
tire off him.
Holy crap.
And
Like
Yeah.
Velcro.
yeah, it's gonna. That's explosive force. So he just like, man, I don't even know what sound it would make. It'd be loud. I feel like.
What?
I feel like it would be loud. The like.
Have you ever heard a tire puncture?
Yeah.
Well,
So
a tire blowout.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like a little like a blowout, I guess.
it
It's
wouldn't
just
be-
the rubber.
It
It's
wouldn't
just
have the
it's just
pressurized
rubber
air, but-
bursting.
Yeah.
So it would probably
like-
sound like someone hitting a wall with a sledgehammer. So
Yeah, it's like Velcro on steroids.
There's this like ripping, crunching sound, and he's like, "Holy crap! What, Audrey? How?"
Yeah, it's a little awkward. We really need to know where Larson's taking the unicorn and when he's planning on hurting them, because
I don't know where
We
he's
can't.
taking it, but I can tell you when, and where it's being taken. If you think you can help me stop him,
you're going against Doesn't this violate whatever
I
oath you
don't want
just said
this
you
to
took?
happen. I want. Listen, we've made bad choices, and I'm trying to prevent us from making worse choices. But ultimately, I believe his cause is good, but I think we can find another way to do it. I mean, we've already lost so much that I just don't.
How would you do it? What's
Do
your
what?
way? What's your version of this?
I don't have one. That's why he's going forward with it. But I believe with time we could find one. We had one, but it didn't work out.
And who got hurt that time?
One of our friends.
You guys
This
have
was-
to stop.
Back in college, though. And
Just-
we did stop. We stopped when she got hurt, but when she passed, Larson decided to pick it back up again.
So if we stop Larson, you're dissolving the group then. You can get rid of all of the writings.
I still think the goal is a just one. I just don't agree with the means that Larson is trying to take. So I can't say that no, I won't keep looking for a way to rid this world of the darkness, but
How many people do you think are on the planet right now?
in 1980?
Yeah.
1987?
Five.
That's
And
exactly
he's like
the years.
billions?
4.6 billion, somewhere in there.
He's like billions.
You prepared to wipe out billions of people?
What are
Because
you
let me tell
talking
you
about?
something. Darkness isn't some force outside. Darkness is us, as much as light is. You don't get that. None of you get that. You have to wake up. You have to stop this. Stop trying to fix something that's a part of us. We're not supposed to get rid of all darkness. We're supposed to learn how to face it. Every one of us.
You sound like Eleanor. And he like looks off, contemplating.
Are you gonna ask him or should
What?
we?
Wait. What did you?
It's
What did
nothing.
you say?
It's not important.
No, that's not nothing. Eleanor who?
A friend we lost. It's nothing.
You guys lost the one of the people who made sense. Seems convenient.
I told you we tried this already. We had someone special who we thought could help, but it didn't work out.
What made them special?
Well, they were. It sounds crazy, but they were a traveler. They're rare. I know. Most people don't even believe they exist.
Audrey, who does not have a poker face, is looking at the floor.
Zach is turning around and away from the group, but he's still in the room.
Listen, I don't want to drag you guys down with us. You have the right idea. Fred's plan is to try the ritual without the boost that we had last time, with this unicorn in its place.
No.
It would take place, I'm telling you so you know where to stop it. It would take place Friday night in this ritual chambers below the I'm trying to think of the word, where the gala is going to take place. He says the building that the gala is going to take place at.
Oh, shit. I keep forgetting about the Friday night problem.
I'm sure you all are not super familiar with the BU campus. I don't think hardly anyone even knows that those chambers are down there. They're held fairly secret.
And you're gonna point us in then? Is that what you're offering?
If you think that you can help me stop him, then I'll tell you how to get there. I can't get you in.
I'll get us in.
Sure. You'll have to get into the gala, though. The entrance is hidden in the back halls of the gala. But I don't know if I can get you tickets this soon.
It's not a problem.
I'm already going.
I walk up to Neil.
Oh.
I'm
Are
gonna
you two
grab.
still?
I don't know. Which honestly is the closest she's ever gotten to admitting she thinks they're breaking up. So good for her.
Well,
Harold will remember this.
yeah, well, if you are, knowing, he's not the brightest kid.
I don't want to hurt him.
Take it easy on him.
I'm figuring it out. I don't want to hurt him, but I don't think we're right for each other anymore.
That's
especially not after she tore a tire in half.
You're clearly on different paths. I will say that. Was Zach stalking, like running up to him? I don't know.
That changes because that conversation is actually a better scene. So we're gonna let that be the thing.
And he looks around at all of you, and he looks directly at Kaz, and he says, I know what happened. I saw what you did, and I want you to know that it's not too late. If it's something that you want, I can help you live with it, but it's possible to change course.
All right. Thank you. I shall take that into consideration.
That's Kaz for nope.
I had a friend lose her abilities to something like that. She didn't take it so good.
The same friend named Eleanor?
Yeah, how'd you guess?
Lucky guess.
Look, I want to help you kids, but you can't keep me here. I gotta go find Fred and figure out what he's up to. I can help as much. I will try to help as much as I can get you where you need to be, but everyone else is pretty on board, so it's going to be me and you against them if we're going to try this.
Well, then we're going to need a really good lawyer.
Well, I am a very good lawyer.
I mean, I have no other questions because I'm always bad at interviewing people.
I feel like that's a good place to end the scene.
Yeah.
One last question.
Are you a douchebag?
Clearly not. He can't dance. Look at this guy.
We've seen his collar.
Who are the other people in this group? Exactly. Knowing a little something about them might help us actually be able to deal with the situation.
Oh, yeah.
He says, all right, I don't want... Actually, I think you might have to lean on him a little bit. At first, he's like, don't go... I don't want you kids getting hurt. You definitely don't want to go after these people. These are my friends.
Can't tear another tire, nor does Audrey want to threaten Mr. Russell.
So, which one in that group would be somebody that's summoning shadow hounds to go kill people?
I think maybe I know what happened. Are you the kid that bumped into us that night?
Yes.
Okay. Fred was worried about you because he wiped your memory and he wasn't sure what would happen, so he put a little tracking spell on you to keep tabs on you to make sure you were all right. We didn't realize that it would be strong enough to... Look, dark magic attracts shadow creatures. They sort of... Sometimes when you use dark magic, shadow hounds just come out of nowhere. Like, they smell it, right? Like, It's like they're looking for someone to serve or someone to eat or something. I don't know exactly why, but it attracts them. And when Fred found out that you got it, he told us some kids got attacked in the parking lot. We dealt with it. I mean, he got pretty banged up when he killed it. Cut up his arm. Hell, he's your teacher. You didn't notice anything weird?
Oh no, I noticed plenty weird.
I'm really sorry.
I don't think that I'm sorry counts for as much as you think it does in this situation.
I understand.
So I will be the first to tell you, if you continue down this path of trampling over people in front of you, I'm going to find you someday. And you're not going to like what happens.
Fair enough.
I don't think you get the gravity of what he just told you.
No, I understand. I'm telling you that if I hurt someone again, that maybe I deserve it.
Are we done here?
Yeah. I'll throw the keys at him.
And he's like,
We're keeping the car.
you,
I'll take you home.
Oh,
Is there AV equipment or any kind of tech stuff nearby?
Oh, well, if Zach would have any.
What were you looking for?
Any tech stuff or AV equipment nearby?
A lot of car stuff. You could probably find radios in old cars.
Okay, so Kaz takes control of the scene because she's a super nerd.
Okay.
And they so the camera fades out and you can, and up comes Under the Milky Way by I forget who, the church. And the scene's over.
Okay. Nice.
Wait, did you just take over the scene just for that?
Yes. There wasn't anything else to do. I just had this really great idea for a song cue, and I wanted to justify it in game.
Awesome. So that song plays as the scene cuts. We can jump time. We can do a montage of what like the next few things that happen.
I'm rolling
stay
feelings
here.
again.
I want to pin something before we move on. Zach was going to offer to Bamf Neil back to his house because Zach has some words in private for him.
You can't move him though, can you?
Oh, that's true. Right.
You can drive him home.
Never mind. No, that wouldn't work.
If you want to speak to him in private, we can definitely have that scene as he's leaving. You can catch him.
Yeah. How well did you know Eleanor?
Well, we were good friends. We all went to school together. We were in the same, like, I don't know, it was kind of a club for people who wanted to explore the, how you could push the boundaries of magic. It wasn't meant to be this, and he sort of gestures to like the general
Did
events
she
that have
believe in the same things that Larson does?
No, well, first it wasn't like this. It was exciting. It was like we had found a secret, right? Like that imagine you finding the silver bullet that's going to deal with all the world's problems, and all you have to do is go and get it. And we were close. Like, we thought we had it. But it was way more dangerous than any of us anticipated, and it was because she was a traveler that we were even able to try. Fred
What
found...
was she doing?
Well, she was able to move dimensions, and Fred found where he believed Bastion to be, and with her power and the ritual chamber, we were able to come up with a...
They found Bastion?
Where he is, it's not a good place to be.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do.
Eleanor isn't the only traveler.
Okay. Listen, if you want this to happen, but you don't want to hurt them, we could try it again. We know a little bit better about where it goes now. But what happened... You have to have a lot of resolve, or you could end up, well, like this. And he, like, conjures a bit of shadow over his hand. It's a tempting place to be. And unfortunately, Eleanor, like the rest of us, succumbed. And it took all of us just to get back. I mean, we had to... the spell was, I don't know, dark. But we made it back. But after that, she didn't want anything to do with us. She couldn't travel anymore, and I don't blame her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thanks.
I get your friend in there has the same thing going on. Be gentle with them, because the darkness is really good at taking any criticism and turning it against you. Trust me, I've been working with Fred for years.
Okay. There's nowhere you can go that I can't find you.
If you're what you say you are, then I understand.
Good.
I hope.
Zach's gonna turn around and
Okay.
walk.
All right. And the like, as you walk away, that song is playing, and the scene fades. I think we can probably do... Let's just give you all some time to process the information you've gathered. So, does the scene take place in the trailer? Is it like back inside where everybody sits down to figure it out?
Probably.
Okay. So this will be like an over-the-shoulder scene. So all of you sort of sitting around the room and just chatting. I won't introduce any consequences or anything. You don't really have to roll to do stuff in this scene. So.
Well, now what?
Good question. We know when, we know where, we have something of an ally.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but Fred's not evil. He's wrong, and he's hurt, and he's got a disease in him.
he's wrong and he's hurting other people. That makes him not okay.
Oh, we're gonna stop him.
I think
But
what
how we
Zach is
do it
saying-
matters.
Yeah, I think what Zach is saying is that it may not be a permanent solution type of.
I don't want to kill anyone, but you have to understand that it doesn't matter what the intention is behind Mr. Larson's actions. He's hurting people. They're hurting people. And that has to stop, because that in itself is evil. I don't care what they want, what they're trying to do behind it.
And how far do we go before we become just like them?
We'll stop them and that's it. We're not superheroes. Kind of.
I was like, well, we are
Well.
super.
Zach
Of
looks
course we are
over
the
at the
heroes
torn
of
up
our own
tire.
story. Well,
Is it?
we need, if we're going to try to do this without permanent consequences, we need to have a plan, and a good one.
Is there a way to take away people's magic? It seems like a bit of a weird curveball to throw in like 10, 11 sessions into this game.
Avatar did it.
You can turn out the lights.
Yeah, that's true, but like that seems needlessly cruel. And that like I want him to not be able to do magic after this.
There's nothing in the
could
rules
always-
that would do that.
I could always bring them somewhere.
I
Maybe.
hate saying this, but there has to be someone this feels like it's a little above a group of college students' pay grade.
What
Aaron
of any
mentioned,
things that we've done in the past 2 weeks have been within a college pay grade?
I make minimum wage at a diner. I have no idea.
Aaron mentioned there's agencies that deal with this kind of stuff.
Maybe we
As
can
much as I hate authority figures,
I think that we may have to. I think that's I don't think we can handle this by ourselves. We can at least drop them off on someone's doorstep with a note.
Once we rescue the unicorn, we call them in to raid the place.
Yeah.
I'm sure Aaron can help us with that.
I think the only thing we need to make sure that this goes down right would be evidence. I guess the unicorn would help. Out of character, I'm wondering if unicorns can testify in court. Like, is that...
Most people don't believe in unicorns, so no.
I know. I mean, like, I feel like the evidence of the unicorn itself is a pretty good indicator, but like...
It becomes like Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, we just get Santa to testify.
I mean, there's a chance, right?
We met the traveler. It's not like we can't prove that things like this don't exist or exist.
Did you just say that in front of Kaz?
Oh,
wait, what did you say?
Sure. It was totally it can totally be an in-character conversation of, are unicorns admissible in court?
That is up to the unicorns.
We met the traveler. I feel like we're not going to have that many problems proving to anyone our word is good. But I just am worried that I want to have as much evidence on our side before we go in and try to get these people in trouble.
We don't know what evidence we need. Like, what would even qualify?
How do you prove that they're doing that dark magic?
We need to talk to somebody from.
This is
from
what
an
we need a
agency.
lawyer for. Okay, if we can contact someone from the agency, then we can figure out what we need to prove what we need to prove.
Meanwhile, we have to stop whatever they're trying to do at the gala. And we can't wait for permission.
Regardless, we're going to stop what happens at the gala. Somehow.
We know they're trying to do something with the unicorn. We know they have at least one. We know Larson might be too far gone to know what's good for him or what he's even doing anymore. What if we swap out the unicorn? What if one of us wears a glamour?
I don't think anyone should go in there as the unicorn.
What if it was somebody that can get out whenever he wants to?
Zach, that's so risky.
And who knows what kind of dark madness is going to be crawling around the inside of that place.
What if we don't use a unicorn? What if we use a log or something?
A log?
No, wait, hold on. Ah, shit, I don't know this in character. Shit! Out of character, didn't somebody make a fake unicorn that walked around and shat all over the place?
What does that mean?
Like a couple.
That sounds like something I would do.
That sounds like something you did in episode 3, maybe?
Like, I don't remember that, but sounds like me.
Kaz definitely did that. Is that the kind of thing they would have bragged about afterwards? That it shat all over the popular kids for sorority parade? Or
Bragging is strong. They would have told the stories maybe once or twice to some close intimates. You know, just because it was funny, not because they wanted to humiliate them or anything.
No, of course not. That's so not you at all. And definitely not something we would have talked about, like, I don't know, while we were like getting ready for another concert or anything.
Yeah.
No, we would never talk about that.
No.
It's funny.
Oh, I miss getting ready. I miss getting ready with people. Anyway.
That face.
Look, I think the best thing to do is we come up with some way to distract them, make them think they still have the real unicorn.
We have
Meanwhile, we let the real one go. We bust the real one out.
We have two really viable. Okay. Hold on. I just want to check something really fast. Did I take shot color? I did. If I lay out a plan, we all do it. I get a heart. There's no point in this. Random heart in the middle of this later bit. What if we they all wear like cloaks or something, right? Do we know this? They probably don't. They might wear cloaks. Harold, do they wear cloaks?
I don't know if did I remember like what they were wearing when I found them the first time?
You got a vision of them, and yeah, when they're like out like that, they were wearing cloaks.
Okay, so we get a cloak. We get one of their cloaks, and we magic, and we already know that the unicorns can take the form of people, because Peter already did it. So when we swap them, we put Peter, whatever the unicorn, in a cloak, and walk them out of there as a person, and leave the fake unicorn there. And also, I don't know, some big distraction, maybe fireworks. Who knows?
I don't dislike the idea, but we still have, like, how are we going to deal with a group of practiced adult magicians?
Quickly. We don't need to incapacitate anyone. We just need to get the unicorn out. We're going to have the agents raid the place, aren't we?
I mean, if we think we can sneak in and get the unicorn out of wherever they're keeping it and and get out before we were seen? Like, we could try.
I don't know. You're goth. Don't you have like cloaks and things?
Well, getting
Kaz,
a
you
cloak
play
is not going to be hard.
Dungeons of Darkness.
Like, that's not the hard part of the plan. I'm absolutely willing to try it, but that depends on knowledge of the, like, maybe we could go there before the gala and scout it out.
I suppose.
Find the way in. And
well, Mr. Russell said that he would get us in, that he can get at least the rest of you guys, and I'm already going.
I can
And
go
worst
without
case,
actually being there. I can go without actually being there.
Exactly. And worst case, we get you
yeah.
cater waiter outfits.
Absolutely not.
It's not that different than what you wear all the time anyway, just different colors.
I would like to completely disagree.
Okay, first, I think they're gonna. Okay, we're getting off topic. However, it's worst case scenario cater waiter.
I mean, like, once we're in the door, it's not like they're going to have like security wandering about asking to see people's papers.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be a problem. I like the idea of Zach, if he can scout it out before the gala so we know like where this secret entrance is and where these rooms are and what the layout is and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, you've ever seen a heist movie, right?
Sure.
You know, you gotta plan this stuff out if we're gonna sneak in and steal a unicorn.
And you think he's gonna bamf in and do that?
No. He said he can go there without. He can do his thing. Like when he passed out at the feed store.
It's like I can become a ghost for a little while. I can go anywhere. I just can't touch anything or bring anything with me. But I can go anywhere.
Okay, so you'll scout, and you'll tell us where everything is.
Yeah.
And we'll use that information to get in later.
We still need a decoy.
I mean, we can just leave a inflatable horse with a note on it, like, haha, got your unicorn.
I mean, I think we can turn something into a unicorn for a short amount of time, especially if it's already looks like a unicorn, like an inflatable horse. No, that's really weird.
They're probably going to see through that. We're not dealing with amateurs here.
I don't know how good it is.
We're going to need that unicorn to react realistically.
I don't want to put any of us in there.
That's why I have to be the one. There's no prison on earth that can hold me.
I don't know that that's true. You couldn't get us out of the other place.
That wasn't Earth.
We aren't gonna have, a traveler,
that was
the
Europe.
Traveler every time you decide that you're going to throw yourself into, imminent danger. She says, realizing that she did that last 2 games ago.
You don't want me to follow you into fire. Don't walk into fire.
God damn it.
I would worry, like, we don't know what kind of interaction with your abilities their dark magic stuff has. Like, we don't know if they have a way to stop you from doing your thing. I mean, they had whatever they did the first time took away a traveler's powers forever.
That's not what they did. That's what the traveler did.
Whatever it is, we don't want to risk you.
I know. And I'm not trying to die. I just honestly think this might be the best plan so far.
Kaz can make a unicorn. You can make a unicorn, can't you?
It's not like a fully functional unicorn.
It pooped and it breathed.
Audrey, right now, Kaz needs our support. She needs rest. Kaz, I know you can do this. I'm just asking you. I know I've been a jerk. I know I've been horrible. But please don't hurt yourself. I can't lose you too. I can't lose anyone else to this fucking darkness. Zach rolls up his sleeve. Eleanor is tattooed across his forearm. Eleanor was my mother's name.
Dude. What? Oh. Okay. Okay. I think Harold is just gonna go over and try and give Zach a hug. Like
Audrey is too. I don't know how to deal with this.
if you're willing to accept, like he would look and be like, dude.
I definitely flinch, but I'm not fighting it.
Okay. All right, then you're getting the hug.
Yeah, I think Audrey wants to give Zach a hug.
Like, listen, man, like I can't.
Look, I want to tell you that I'm being rational and that this isn't personal, but it is. Do you understand?
Dude, you have the most reason to be personal about this. I would do anything I can to help you, man. You know that, right?
Yeah. Zach hugs back everybody that's part of the hug. We can't let them go do any more of this, but we're not going to lose anyone else to any more darkness. Not while I'm alive. Not while I can do what I do. Not one more.
How would you get in if it was going to be you who was going to be the distraction?
We'll find a way.
Let's table it then and revisit it when you scout it. But at the first sign that something's going south, you have to come back.
I won't risk myself. I won't do what my mom did if that was my mom. What we can do is too valuable. We have we have a responsibility. We're responsible. Fuck. This world is screwed. But we might be its only chance.
Shit.
No, I don't like that. No.
Oh no.
Oh no, that is not what happens. I do not know all of the words, but I start swearing like long German words.
What time is it? In character, sorry.
It'd be late.
Probably late.
It's probably
yeah,
like
Middle of the night.
11 midnight maybe.
I hate to
At
say
least.
it. It's like Thursday, and it's Wednesday night. It's Wednesday. We have a whole fucking day.
Yes,
God.
We have one day.
We have one day.
You have two, technically, a day and a half.
We have a day and a half, and I have practice. I think school has gone out the window. However, I do think we all need to go. We should all get sleep, and tomorrow figure out if we can scout. How does that sound?
Kaz, If you don't want to be alone right now, you can stay here, or one of us can go with you just to be with you.
Audrey, do you want to see where we can find Peter's unicorn?
Sure, I want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah. I said okay.
I'm trying to think. I hate that this is part of this game because it's so silly, but I kind of love it. Is none of our cars are here.
No.
This whole game is just carpool, a lighthearted game.
You can tell that we live in LA.
Zach, can we get a ride back to Das Bunker?
Yeah, I mean, I've got all kinds of cars. They just need to be fixed.
Oh shit, because Kaz can't fuck. God!
Yeah, who told you cats can't fuck?
What?
Can I get a ride back? Can we get a ride? Can we get a ride back to Dust Bunker so we can get the car, bring it back to the scrapyard, grab Cass, go find Peter, make sure Peter and his family are okay,
Why don't I
and then
just
get sleep?
call a cab for everybody to get home tonight, and then we can get our cars tomorrow?
Money is precious, but yes, that's probably a better idea.
Okay. I'll cover the cabs. It'll be fine. We can share a cab to drop everybody off at home.
All right, Sugar
Sure.
House.
Oh,
I'll take a cab ride from
It's
you.
gonna save us like 2 hours of getting the cars around.
No, I'm
when we
totally
all are
fine with
tired and
that.
wanna
I'm
sleep.
totally fine with that. That's definitely what we have to do.
So
Kaz is definitely falling asleep the second their ass hits leather. Like, doesn't matter if they're in the middle seat or what. They're just.
Oh.
so I think we get like a quick montage of cabs, like 4 cabs arriving, or however many however it's going to be shared. If it's like one cab to get to Das Bunker, however that is, a cab arrives, people get ushered where they're going. Stop me if you want to have a private conversation with another character. Otherwise, everybody gets to their cars. Everybody makes it to their destinations as they wished.
Well, like I mentioned, I don't know who's sharing a cab with Kaz, but they definitely fell asleep on somebody's shoulder like the second the cab ride started. So.
Oh.
What's the song playing in the cab?
Oh wait, I've got a great one playing right now. Pink Frost by the Chills.
Okay. What kind of song is that? I don't know that one.
I don't think I know that one.
It's a like kind of new wave. Let me back it up a little bit.
It's cute.
It's very like, it sounds a lot like modern lo-fi, but just on like different instruments, obviously. So like less samples and more live instruments, but it's very like mood, like but ambient mood, but kind of higher energy than like da 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 da, da, you know.
Cool. So we get this song playing, and we see Kaz falling asleep. Who did you fall asleep on?
Who's in the cab with me?
It's Audrey and Harold, I think, unless Zach wants to come with us.
No, Zach's at the yard.
Okay. So we see Kaz falling asleep on Audrey's shoulder. We see everyone getting to their cars. How did actually it's midnight, so the concert's probably letting out?
Oh
Yeah.
I just remembered you left Amanda and you picked her up. Speaking
No,
of,
I made sure she could get home.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, you left her cab money
We
too.
arranged it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think she went with Emily, right? Or
Erin.
like,
Aaron.
Erin. Sorry.
Yeah.
E names.
You guys don't know about Emily yet. She's for season 2.
Season 2 is Emily.
So I think is there a goodbye between Audrey and Harold when you're splitting up to your separate cars?
The instinct is to make there not be one, but I think it's if the cab ride is like Harold, Audrey, Kaz. So Audrey's sort of like has to like lift Kaz out of the car.
No, once
Are you
like
up?
once you move, Kaz is gonna be like, huh? Oh, we're here.
Come on. But I don't think Audrey has anything that she can or will say to Harold right now.
So people are leaving the concert, and as you guys are piling out of the thing, there's an excited German guy running over, and he's like, "Sex fiend!" No, we met earlier tonight. I can't do it. I can't do a German accent. It doesn't work. We met earlier in the club. We both like.
Yeah.
The right alien sex fiend. This was not the right one.
Good enough. What's going on, my friend?
Well, the concert was a bust. It wasn't what I expected.
Oh, yeah. That has not changed since last we spoke. You ran up as though there was some great emergency.
For a little bit, it was good, but then you left.
Oh. Thank you.
Who's
you're
your
welcome.
friend, Kaz?
Oh, yeah. Meine Damen und Herren, this is
Gunther.
Gunther, and he is from Heidelberg, where they have the towers and it's called shoop. Yeah.
he like laughs. He's like, well, I'd love to maybe take you out sometime for the right band, the band we expected.
Well, I think I would like that.
Okay.
All right.
And he
Yeah. You can
okay.
call me, and Kaz gets a Sharpie out of their pocket and writes their number on his hand. Yeah, you can call me here. But don't call after 9 or my mother will make me watch my little sister instead of going out.
Okay.
A memory.
What?
Did someone else picking up the phone when you call?
Huh?
Oh, just the memory of like when like you call
Oh,
now
yeah.
because
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
And
My parents
it's
will
a
pick up
shared
and-
household phone, and yeah.
Yeah.
And and it'll wake the baby, and yeah.
And he's like looking at your number, and he's like, I will. I'll call. Thank you. And he sort of does like an awkward like, can I kiss you? Like he no, it's not. But
Kaz leans in, but like does the like you can peck me close to my mouth cheek kiss.
And he's like, he does that, and then he looks around, and he's like, that was awkward. And then he like, but I will call you. Thank you. And he like turns to like wander off to his car.
Good Nacht.
Good.
And Kaz just kind of stands there like,
You get a warrior elbow from Audrey, which is like a regular person elbowing you, but like slightly harder.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What were we doing? I don't remember anymore.
We're headed home.
No, we're getting pizza. We're getting
Peter, and then we're going home.
Right.
Because I have to be up in 5 hours.
Sucks to be you. It takes an hour to do this, and you said you'd wanted to come. Here we go.
so you you two pile in your car.
Oh man. Thank goodness I get experience for ditching class. However, with that, I restored a heart.
So you pile in your car, and Harold, you get in your car and you're leaving, and you pull up to the curb, and you can see outside your window, you catch Amanda standing there talking to someone.
Talking to someone who?
Like an older woman.
Oh, okay. I thought you were implying like, oh, she's decided that I was a bad idea. Which is true. It's absolutely true. But... Oh, man, you're killing me. Harold was very much in the like, I just want to go be in the darkness.
It's almost like this is a show about feelings.
Yeah. You know what? Harold is going to be all of the jerk that his car implies, and he just reaches over. You just see that like the montage of the hand reach over and hit the hazard light button, and then he gets out, like blocking all of the leaving traffic. Walks around the car and is like, "Hey, Amanda."
And she's
back.
She's like mid laugh, and she's like, Harold, you made it back.
Not in time for the concert, but do you need a ride home?
Aaron was gonna give me a ride home.
It's entirely up to you. I know I was a jerk, but
yeah,
if you want to go get like a slice of pie,
did you save the unicorns?
Most of them.
Wait, really? I was kidding. There were actual unicorns?
Yeah. You want a cup of coffee and a slice of pie? I'll tell you all about it. And
I think she looks back at Aaron, and Aaron is looking at like she makes like the nod like it's up to you, and Amanda looks back and she's like, "No, I'm gonna go home."
Okay.
But I'll call you.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
And by now, like horns are blaring, and people are, "What the hell?" Ah! And like, I think like Harold turns away and walks back to get in his car, and he's like, as he kind of walks around the car and is caught in the headlight, you can just see that he's just starting to cry. And then he gets in the car and drives off. Not like recklessly, but yeah.
And that scene fades with Amanda turning back to Aaron to finish their conversation. Is anything happening at the scrapyard with Zach, or do we go to the...
Zach is building something that looks like a metallic dome / cage. And that's
all right.
I think that's all we see for now.
Really excited to have to ask you what that is later.
Cool.
This is fine.
And like an hour, like we can tell it's an hour later because the it's even darker. As the car pulls up to the like forest area where we've seen Kaz's family go before. And what does Kaz do?
Well, they walk into the they start walking into the forest, and it's kind of a montage of every cottage core girl's dream of just kind of traipsing through the forest with their best buddy looking for unicorns. Like the light is idyllic, and it's like, and Season of the Witch is playing, and
Casual reminder that Season of the Witch is playing. Audrey's still wearing a neon colored parka for
yeah, but there's like a gel filter.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
I'm just reminding you.
So even though it's neon, it's like blue neon because it's nighttime. That's how we know it's nighttime, because everything is blue. And they finally like the montage kind of comes to an end, and the Kaz and Audrey come to like a clearing, and the camera kind of pulls from the clearing in pointing towards the woods where they're coming out of. And yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, and I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, and I think we see Peter like galloping over to find you, and he gets over to you and like stops short and like shakes his head and like blows air out his nose. And he's like, you get this like, "Are you okay?"
From me to me,
to you, like in your head, you hear Peter like is asking if you're hurt.
Am I? Like, what do I? That makes me take stock. Like, how am I feeling? Like, like that's gonna make me just kind of like listen to my body, listen to my brain, listen to my emotions, and just gonna be like, am I okay? Because a unicorn just asked me if I was okay, that knows me well. So I'm going to be like, am I?
Well, you get this like, I think you get this peak of anger for a second, right? This like voice comes up that feels like it should be your own, and it's like, "We're fine." But is it you?
Yeah. No, but do I need to roll to know that? Or
I don't. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll psych. And how do you feel about that?
About what just happened?
Yeah, about
the anger or the
about Peter and this like
I mean, am I
mood
okay?
swing that you're having.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it falls into the category of scared.
Okay. And
So
it looks like blue is your current emotion.
Okay. And I'm rolling.
So you roll a D8.
Okay.
For your emotion. And psych for you is a D8. So you roll 2 D8.
Okay. Sorry, you're trying to make my dice roller do its thing.
It's all good. Also, I'm gonna clear your stress because you shouldn't have stress right now.
Okay.
Because it's a new scene.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Dice. There we go. Okay, so 2d8.
Mail you dice.
I have a bunch of sets. I just haven't been able to get to them because they're like, they're because we're not moving. Because yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
A 7 and a 4.
Okay. So a 7 is definitely enough to get what you're after. Like it's a mixed success though. So you're looking at
like I'm trying to determine like, is there something wrong with me?
Yes, something is wrong with you. Do you have a clear path forward? Probably not from that roll.
Okay, so I would say, no, I'm not.
We Chewbacca this, right? You respond. Are you responding in head or out loud?
I'd probably say it in German.
Also not helpful. Awesome.
And I think Peter like comes over and he's like, looks at you, and is like, they're hurt. Like, see,
unicorn.
No, well, you get like an emotion in your head,
okay.
right? Like
I wasn't sure
like,
if that was a one-way
feeling,
connection.
Like he's asking you for help. Like you get this. Have you seen Bunny the dog? When it puts the
yeah.
It's like that, right? But in your head. So it's like help, hurt.
Kaz is fine. Kaz is kind of fine. Kaz is fine.
It shakes its head. Its mane flops around.
Kaz, are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know.
Well, are you physically hurt?
No. I just don't know if we need to do this before we fix the unicorn.
I think we might have to. We kind of need everyone on their A game.
Yeah. There was a is the book that we made Zach give up?
Yes.
It's very strong.
This is why I didn't want to give the nerd the book.
I am sorry. I thought I thought I could control it.
Okay, so out of character, we have probably had in health class say what to do if you think your friend is tempted.
Yeah.
What did that advise?
Tell someone.
Because that is literally what probably plays in Audrey's head.
Yeah, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this probably is a lot like addiction. Okay.
Yeah.
that's
So,
where we're going with
so
that.
cut to
one that-
Captain America turning a chair around and sitting down. And
So
But it was filmed in the
you've
50s.
been tempted by the darkness. It's if you think a friend has been tempted by the darkness, you need to tell a teacher or it's go get help.
Oh God, I hate this. Cool.
Mhm.
I love that for us. That's not an option.
There's probably, I mean, as adults, you've probably heard of like.
My answer is also usually find somebody who knows how to do this better than you do, because I am not a professional psychiatrist.
Yeah, but there would probably be like magical help programs, right? Like if you've been tempted by the darkness, like how to get out of that. And there's probably different ideas about how to do it, right? Like if you go to the Temple of Celestia every Sunday, then maybe you're like swear off magic.
Yep, that's sort of okay. Audrey sort of like Audrey kind of looks at Kaz, and you do see the like 404 blue screen for a second before she sort of, well, have you considered not being tempted?
Walk
it off.
I'm low-key like, how do I use my walk it off feature without being really awful about this?
Have you considered
Get
just
over it.
not?
Have you tried not being a vampire?
I mean, I have 2 things of tempted. I feel like it should be able to clear 1.
I'm trying to figure out a good way to do that isn't have you considered not being tempted? Because actually, in character, that sounds like a pretty Audrey thing to say.
Or no, see, you can't be tempted because you're my friend and my friends don't get tempted. So you're not tempted.
There's no being tempted in baseball.
Yeah.
There's no being tempted. But yeah, no, Audrey sort of 404 blue screens, whatever the 80s equivalent of that is. You hear the record stop. And then, you can't. We need everyone on their A game, and I can't trust you if you're going to be like, if this is what's happening. But we can get you help. Do you need help?
Sorry. Yeah. Ja, ich habe eine. Yes. I think I may.
Okay. Tomorrow we can look at programs or talk to Erin, or what's her name? Miss
Strauss.
We
Miss
can talk
Strauss.
to Miss Strauss. But Kaz, why? You have those cool neon like little spirit things, and you're like the best magic user I know.
That's why I thought I would be okay.
You're better than that. God, this is really insensitive as a real a person who actually it's really hard. You can't talk someone out of this shit. Okay. There's my PSA. Going back to being a shitty 18-year-old.
And I'm like just taking it because yeah, anyway.
As a moral person, I'm like, you can't talk people out of this. You can't help people if you're not like, you can't help people, you can't love them better. However, Audrey is not a regular person, so Audrey's gonna use Walk It Off.
Okay. First off, this is another player, so Claire can exit if they don't want that to happen, but if you
That's
are
true.
okay with that being a story thing, then Audrey rolls sway.
It's only one level of it, one of them, correct?
Yeah, you have to you would let them clear one condition.
All right. Rolling sway, can I use a magic with that, or is that even, it's not really a spell, it's just a ability, right?
You still roll an emotion, like however you feel about helping your friend not be tempted.
Friendship. That's the emotion. Actually, I think it's gonna be blue, because this is not like territory. It's whatever. It's a D4, but
Okay.
Because Audrey's got feelings and caps as her two conditions.
Yeah.
So
What's your emotional state right now? Where are you at?
I've put her on red because
Oh, okay.
there's just a lot of feelings happening,
Yeah.
and they're like passion is all of them.
Yeah.
That's what we're going with. She's a little hurricane in a teacup.
Yep.
A teacup. Okay. 7.
Okay. So
I hate when you roll like the 6 and then it's like I can roll again and then you roll a 1.
No, that's all good. So on Walk It Off, when you get a 4+, they may rewrite a condition. So you can change your condition from tempted to something else.
Ooh,
I'm a
that's
good
actually really
friend.
good.
You still won't be able to roll the red die, but you won't be actually red or yellow, your choice.
Oh,
You can keep it on red or on yellow.
I'm gonna keep it on red because it's newer, and I feel like
So you're gonna have a different condition on yellow still, but it won't be tempted, which means it might be something that's easier to talk out with a friend.
okay.
Yay.
Well, because what I was thinking is that the reasons that they read the book
Mm-hmm.
have kind of been cleared, but they still have this lingering effect from tapping into that.
Well, and this was it happened when you seized that power in the feed store.
Yeah, that's when I got the red tempted.
No, that's when you
But
got the yellow one.
No,
When you went outside and you did it again, that's when you got the red. So last game you got the one on yellow.
that's what I
when
meant.
you
Yeah, I was talking
broke
about
the magic off of Peter to let him free, and you took
Yeah.
control of it to attack somebody.
Oh yeah.
no, that's what I was talking about with the the red magic was the more recent
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but I thought it was because she read the book. They read the
No,
book.
it was you like seized the power to free Peter and to do something like to harm the people in there and take control of the scene.
Okay. So the question is, have I gotten over wanting to hurt people or have I gotten over wanting more power? I think I've gotten over wanting to hurt people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Audrey has Audrey's like kind of hurt that you felt the need to do that at all.
Yeah. And I
Because
think
we're
that's part of what
friends.
lets her get them to walk it off is
Mhm.
because they feel guilty that they've hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
guilty sounds like a great condition on yellow.
Yeah.
Angsty teenagers, the game.
Okay, great.
That skill could be so OP if we didn't have to it wasn't just flip a condition.
I mean,
Right.
it cured vampirism.
It cured best use of walk it off to date.
I don't know. I was gonna Kaz could have gone to the dark side.
Yeah, actually,
pretty quickly here. We could have
yeah,
lost
Audrey
Kaz.
curing the dark side. It's I'm bad at hopeful inspirational speeches, or it could be a really nice scene. God. Anyway,
No, but it's so what happens is you hear Audrey's voice murmur as a do 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 the after school special music is getting louder and louder and the camera's pulling away as the two people are holding hands and crying and hugging. And...
Yeah, I just although in my head I just have stop it, get some help.
So you tell Kaz to stop it, and they stop it. But now they feel bad about it. Peter still seems concerned, obviously, because you're still tempted. But it doesn't seem as bad to him. He's worried about you, but it seems like your friend helped you be a little bit better.
Okay.
He could tell the change, right? And so I think he asks Audrey to stay with Kaz.
Okay. Sure. Why not? I'm gonna take orders from the unicorn. However, who's missing from your herd now?
And what would their name be?
Cinnamon with a K.
With a K?
What? The K is silent.
The K is silent.
Yeah,
And
Those German pronunciations are maddening.
Well, this is an American unicorn, right? Because
That's true.
they're like Clydesdale
Yes,
unicorns.
yeah.
So it's
Clydesdale
cinnamon.
corn.
It's cinnamon spelled normal. Doesn't
They're
have the silent
Americans.
K. That's the only difference.
okay, but can
The
she
right
have a
way.
Y instead of an I?
Yeah. It's cinnamon with Y, with
Oh.
CY.
CYN.
Yeah.
AM. Yeah.
That's
Not-
an
not
adorable
Cinnamony.
name. Oh my god.
And so they say that cinnamon is still missing, and everyone's really worried about them, but they're scared to go out and try to get them back because last time they all got captured.
We're going to get Cinnamon back.
Yeah.
Audrey feels weird saying that out loud. Just, you've got to be a big, strong horse and make sure you keep the rest of your herd safe.
It's not a horse, it's a unicorn.
Shh.
And are you trying to encourage Peter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not magically, just like
No.
in
Just
the way
like
that
you can do it.
Yeah, in the way that a cheerleader would deal with a 7-year-old.
I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
a
yeah.
heart. I get a heart for that.
And they're like, I can do it. I'll take care of my herd. And so they're like, well, okay, they're like, I'm worried about you, but I should go and take care of the herd.
Yes. And Audrey does the same goddamn scoff that she's done the whole time, this whole fucking game. And it's fine. I'm invincible. But not. I mean,
and
I
think
have yet to prove that I'm not invincible.
that is true. And I think the scene fades on Peter like walking back into the woods, and y'all walking back towards the car, and Peter like turning back to look over you as you leave.
Audrey gives Kaz her parka as they head over because it's cold.
Nice.
Dumb.
And I think it fades out, and we can jump to the next day. Does anybody have anything they want to do on Thursday?
Zach goes first.
Zach's gonna reach out to Erin, meet up and discuss things.
Okay.
We can circle back to him if people have scenes they want to do.
I think we can do that now if you want.
Okay. Yeah. I think when Erin gets home, whenever she gets home, she'll find a note from Zach. Zach is not one to violate her privacy by popping in on her. He just kind of leaves the note, lets her know that he'd like to set up a meeting, preferably not on campus, at some point today to talk. And it's important. It's about Larson.
Do you tell her how to get a hold of you? Do you have a phone on the...
So the previous night, I was setting up my own phone tower to steal. I was basically trying to steal phone line from the city.
Okay. Cool. Nice. So you have like a makeshift phone in the in the junkyard.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you're like, just dial 7.
My number is 5.
And she's obviously a little confused, but she gives it a shot, and I think we hear your it's probably like an ice cream truck ringer, right? Like it's like the ice cream truck song starts playing because your phone is ringing.
Yep.
So you pick it up, and Aaron is like, "Oh, Zach?"
Yeah. First of all, I am so sorry about last night. I'm going to explain everything, and I promise I would never lie to you. But right now we need to talk about Larson. He's absolutely tempted. We need to get a hold of somebody that can help us. Maybe the spooks, the feds. I think it's that serious.
Okay. Well, I mean, why don't you come over? And I mean, I can come pick you up if you need a ride.
There's a knock on your door.
Yeah, and she's like, hang on, I have someone at the door. She puts the phone down and goes over and opens it.
Hi.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, about that, you should probably have a seat.
Okay. I'll make us tea. And she goes and like starts warming up some tea. And then it like cuts to her like sitting down on the setting down a couple of teacups on the on her coffee table, and she's like sits down and pats the seat next to her, and she's like, what happened?
You know that talk we had with Larson about rituals and dark magic and unicorns?
I didn't want to believe it, but I mean, he clearly is doing something dangerous.
It's all real, Aaron. All of it. Are you religious? Do you believe in Celestia or the Chosen or any of that?
I mean, well, as much as the next person, I know that they're chosen. I've known mages.
Well, there's a very rare kind of chosen. I'm one of them.
What are you, like a celestial or something?
I'm a traveler.
Really?
Yeah. I think my mother was too.
How did you know that?
I show her the tattoo on my arm. Last night, Neil, one of the cult members that Fred's involved with, he said some things about an Eleanor. And he was saying things that was too specific. It had to be her. It explains so much, doesn't it? Why I ended up being a traveler, why all of this is happening. I'm a traveler.
I mean,
I am like a god.
okay, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, I'm like a god.
Okay, I mean, metaphor and all.
Where do you want to go? If you could be anywhere, right now, anywhere in the world.
Well, I mean, I just made tea, and you're serious.
Where do you want to be if you could be anywhere right now? With me.
Okay. I've always wanted to see the beaches of France.
That's in Europe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on to me.
Okay. And she like reaches out and holds on to you.
Okay. I have 4 heart. So, I'm going to attempt a dimensional hop with Aaron safely to the beach in France.
Okay.
Do I
Go
roll
ahead
for that?
and
Is that this kind of
roll
scene?
motor.
Okay. Here we go. I'm feeling
Oh yeah, how are you
good.
feeling?
I'm feeling good.
All right.
Not bad. Could be better. 7.
Okay, a 7. I think a 7 still gets you a roll on the chart.
Yeah, let me see what it ends up being.
I love that damn chart.
7, I pop into a random dimension.
Yep. So you roll
I'm
on...
gonna burn a heart and re-roll.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Don't want to end up in the Cthulhu dimension with Aaron
8.
the first time. 8.
8
There
on
you go.
a D8. 8
Oh,
on a
cool.
D8. Do I need to
it
go
explodes.
more? Okay. Plus 4. So 12.
12. So that's great effect. So this
Okay.
I'll say that it happens. You, basically,
God.
you just tell me what happens.
Okay.
The perfect experience.
It's more gentle than how I've done it before. It's not a immediate popping. It's more like a soft fade out. And I have my hands over her eyes. And when I take my hands off, the first thing that she feels is a breeze. And there's a smell of salt in the air. And when she looks, we are on a beach in France. And there is a time zone difference.
Yeah.
But we're right on the beach. And everyone else is wearing really funky clothing, and there's cologne everywhere.
Yeah.
And Zach hates this.
And she gets up, and I think she was definitely not dressed for the beach. And she gets up, and she like the camera starts to pull out, and she's like spinning around, looking around the beach, and then it like that scene cuts. And we pick up wherever you want to finish your conversation with Aaron.
We're at a cafe that's within view of the Eiffel Tower.
Sure.
And she's drinking something very fancy. I'm just having water. I'm having none of this. Everybody's got collars popped up. Zach is very on edge, but he starts to he starts to lay out what's been going on, and what's going on with Larson, and a little bit about, he doesn't say Kaz, but he says he thinks one of his friends might need a lot of help, and what would that even look like? And he's going to start making plans. 2 goals. Number 1, see what we can do to get authorities involved to help us bust Larson, and what would treatment even look like for adults.
Okay. And so I think she can definitely, so she's your mentor too, so
Yeah.
she can absolutely help with that. She would have, as like a school counselor, she would probably have a number that she knows to call if someone is tempted. So she says that she'll, like, she either gives you that number if you want it, or she says she'll call it and take care of that for you. And the other question was, how do we deal with,
like what would it even look like? Like what would treatment entail?
Oh, sure.
Zach's
Okay.
concerned, like he's seen like the TV ads and like the temptation sweeps the nation, and it's like really bad information.
Yeah, and I think
Darkness.
she's a lot more chill about it, right? Like she's like, no, it's often it's minor. It's nothing. It's just something that the person has to look hard at themselves and what they want and why they asked for that power, and decide that they're enough on their own. I mean, that's often when people become tempted, it's because they want something else. And so if they can get that thing, and you can show them that they can get that thing without this power, then
is it ever too late for someone? Can everybody be brought back?
I mean, in my experience, no one is above redemption.
Zach
but there
takes
are
a moment.
Stories about people who get, I mean, you know, there are some people that can't be helped because they don't want to be. But
Zach takes a moment and looks in her eyes, and he notices there's a life in them no matter what she's talking about, and he's going to remember that for later.
So I don't know what the actual time difference is from LA to France, but if
9
you
hours.
want, it's 10 hours. So 9 hours. So if you want, you could have like a night with her there in France and then be back before nighttime.
Oh, we're having a last
LA.
tango in Paris for sure.
Yeah, so you can spend the day in France having a date night in France.
Don't you need to do recon for us?
I can be anywhere. I can do this from France. So
cool.
I just need to lie down.
Just need a little nap. Yeah, so that, like, you have a cool, like, we get a cool date night scene that probably, like, fades out with you dancing or standing on a terrace at a hotel or something like that.
I'm definitely singing in some club that I've muscled my way into, and I'm singing only English songs.
Nice. So yeah, so we get like a montage of your date, of you like doing that, and it's
a day in France.
A day in France, or a night in France during during the day, and then go ahead.
Cool. No, in the evening, when I lie down to rest, I'm doing astral projection.
Okay.
I think I just spent a heart for that to
astrally project. I think you just do.
Oh no, I mark stress.
Yeah, you just mark stress.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and I'll be doing that.
Okay. So we can cut to someone else if anyone else has Thursday day stuff, and then we'll come back to the recon.
I think Audrey teaches class. Sorry.
Oh, I think Harold didn't actually sleep. But I think he knows what time Audrey would be going to practice. So he's parked out front, like waiting if she goes to practice?
If you were at like if Harold is waiting to see if Audrey left, her car is still there. It's been there all day.
Like,
yeah,
I think he literally just sits out front, like in his car.
Oh, because I don't think she's going to practice. I don't think she's going to class. I think she's taken a personal day.
That's totally fine. That's totally
So,
fine,
yeah.
and it totally works. Like he's just like sitting there, like listening to music and being with his thoughts.
Okay. But I think because for the scene, she probably does head out to go to work.
What time is that?
I don't know, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
let's
like
go
he's
with
sitting out there when you come out.
Cool. And she definitely, so she does the like looking into the tinted windows of the car. Harold?
Like, do you want to ride to work?
And she like looks at her car and goes, "Sure, that'd be nice." And lets herself into the incredibly nice car.
I've been thinking about yesterday, like a lot. And you can see like he looks strangely haggard, right? Like he has the like I have not shaved at all in more than 24 hours, and these are the same clothes you saw him in last night, and all that. And he when I thought that guy killed you, I tried to kill him. Like I used magic on purpose to try and end that guy. I don't know if I did. I didn't check. I don't know what that makes me.
There was a lot of chaos last night. I don't think anyone would blame you for defending yourself against some really bad people.
Maybe you're right.
Everything we've been doing, none of it's been easy, but we're defending people, and we're stopping bad people from doing bad things, right? And you can tell Audrey, this is the first time she's considered that this might not be, like beating people up might not be the right solution to problems.
I hope so, right? I know that in my mind, it was not about defending anybody. This was just something else. This was just rage, and it wasn't even rage. It was like I got so angry that it broke the needle and then disappeared into something else. And all I wanted to do was hurt that guy. And I'm glad you're okay. And I'm sorry if I messed things up because of that.
I don't think you messed anything up. I'm just worried about you. And now you and Kaz and Zach have this absurd need to put yourself in danger all the time. Does not even register that she's being a hypocrite.
I don't want to. I don't want to see anybody else get hurt.
I don't think you're a bad person, and I don't think this makes you a bad person. Those guys would have. We've experienced shadow hounds before, and you felt what that net did to people. I don't think they would have had any remorse if they had to do that to us. But I don't want to see you get hurt either. And I understand if any of this is going to be too hard for you or anyone else.
No, we have to finish this. Like, there's no, oh, we've gone far enough. We can't let this end without trying. Please just promise me that you'll do everything you can to still be around when we're done, because I don't know what I would do if you didn't get back up at the end of that.
Oh. And yeah,
and you realize that what the song that's been playing is "Enjoy the Silence" by Depeche Mode, and the lyric "All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms" comes up.
I promise you, after all of this, no matter what happens, I will get back up. Whatever happens tonight or tomorrow. Shit, what day is it? Yeah, tomorrow.
Thursday.
Jeez.
Well, who knows what's going to happen to us tonight? So that's a bad thing to say.
I promise I will get back up, and we're going to be fine. We're going to finish this, and everything will get back to normal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bold promises.
Look, I have a 4 in psych.
Is that where that scene ends? Or is there anything else that happens before that scene closes? I don't want to clip it if y'all had anything.
Oh, no.
I think the last thing Harold says is, one other thing. Maybe let me know if you figure out what's going on with Neil.
I'll talk to him tomorrow night.
It's cool. I'm not putting any pressure on it. I'm just letting you know that I'd be interested to find out what happens.
Neil and I haven't been right for each other for a long time. And I think it took being apart this long to make that obvious. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow night. Mentally, Audrey has to schedule that in between saving unicorns, going to a gala, and I think she just forfeited her spot on the cheerleading team. So that's fun. This is good. This is fine. Everything's fine. I got experience for that though, so. Just
All right.
throwing problems.
So the scene fades. I think the camera pulls through the through the tinted windows, right?
Mhm.
And the song gets a little bit louder, and then it fades out. And Kaz, do we pick up at your house? Do you want like a scene with mom?
Yeah, maybe not that night. I feel like when they get home with Peter, they just kind of go straight to bed. But maybe in the morning when they wake up and their mom like sees some evidence that there's something going on that Kaz hasn't told her,
Mm-hmm.
and confronts her about it.
So, um, okay, what's going on with you?
What do
I
you
don't
mean?
hear back about your school. I don't hear back about your friends. You say you're going to a concert. I don't hear how that went. Peter just up and goes missing some night?
He didn't go missing. He went back home. And then he came back.
So why didn't you tell me? Wouldn't that be good news?
You weren't here to tell.
I know I'm busy with everything, but I'm relying on the S's a lot. I'm here if you need me.
I feel like that would crack something in Kaz. Just the like, I'm here if you need me. I don't know if they would go like more sad, mommy, I screwed up, or angry, mom, you're never here. And I kind of want to leave that up to chance. Because I'm
sure.
not
Do you wanna roll psych?
Sure.
And whatever emotion you're feeling right now.
Is there an emotion for overwhelmed?
For overwhelmed,
I'm using
go
red.
with. So, overwhelmed could definitely be violet, right? If you're like, I can't carry all of these things, so I won't do any of them. If it's I'm overwhelmed and I'm like agitated, then maybe
I think it's more
orange.
That. Yeah, okay. So they are feeling orange, and you said psych?
Yeah.
So is that 2d8?
Yeah, and it's a new scene, right? So if you're setting your feelings at orange, then you would, so it's 2d8.
Okay. Roll. Double sevens.
Okay. So I mean, you set yourself on aggressive. So it's a mixed success. So you're able to act in the way that you wish. But the emotions that seem like they're pouring over you put yourself on aggressive, so you're probably more likely to lash out than to fall apart.
Okay. Okay, in that case, well, Mother, you have to be here to be here. You're never here.
I'm here now.
Yeah, and right now I have to go.
But where could you be going?
Out with my friends.
I can't
And there's
stop.
just this little bearish flicker of like, what's going to happen now? Please tell me not to go out. I'm not really an adult, but I feel like I need to feel front like I am.
I mean, you're over 18, so I think she says, well, you are an adult. If you want to go out, then go out. Now I'm French. But I can't stop taking care of this family. Or you, for that matter, or your sister, or the 12 other people living in this house.
For some reason.
So, if you have somewhere to be, then go. Mom is an anchor, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Sullen teenager.
you could be sorry and help me in the kitchen.
Yeah. What do you need? Dishes?
And she like takes you to the kitchen and starts like giving you tasks, like small, manageable tasks, one by one.
Okay. And they just, I just do them and kind of after like maybe 5-10 minutes of tasking, I would like to go out later today if I can. If you
And
can spare me.
she slides a plate of leftovers towards you, and it's like, well, we don't want you to be hungry.
And they tuck in. I feel like that's probably where they leave it.
Yeah, and we fade out, and then I think we pick up with Zach doing his astral projection. You're muted, Joe.
And that's what I do, and that's how we win. So I hope you caught all that. That was lighthearted, everybody. I marked my stress on yellow.
Okay.
And I am going to astral project.
Okay.
I think that's all I do, right? I don't have to. Yeah.
No, you don't have to roll. So, where do you want to go? Where do you appear?
I'm going to look firstly on the perimeters of. This is happening at BU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just a top-down view of the perimeter to see if anything's changed. Like, am I noticing things being redirected? And then working from outside in to where I'm trying to divine where that chamber would be and what the best route would be to get there.
Sure. So he said it was under the Gala Hall.
Yeah.
So when you're astral projecting over BU, we get a big shot of the campus, and it's like a beautiful campus, right? It's a stark contrast to the sort of like mishmash that is Elco. But you get this like Ivy League, beautiful campus, people walking around, and there's banners on one of the big buildings that looks like it's a hall that say like, 50th annual alumni gala or whatever. And like the date and stuff, but like it looks like this is the building, right? You get the sense from the signage that this is probably the place.
Okay. I'm going to explore deeper. Since nobody can see or sense me, right? Or do I get the sense that I have
nobody can sense you.
Okay.
It would take like a powerful mage to notice you, and probably you'd have to do something out of the ordinary.
Okay. Zach's just gonna be very careful and just proceed deeper, go in, and see if he can find a way to the chamber.
Sure. So,
and
so
spot for traps.
Bouncing around. Why don't you roll mental?
Like a mental, yeah.
Yeah. And however you're feeling.
And it's just vigilant, so orange.
Okay.
So that's
Okay, so you're rolling a D4 for orange. You don't have to mark stress on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's only if you roll your current emotion or cast a spell.
Not great. My highest is a 4.
Okay. So
I'm gonna spend a heart.
Okay. Sure.
I need to save at least 2 to get Aaron back home safely. Well, the 4 explodes.
There you go.
4 explodes again.
Nice.
4 explodes again.
Okay, so 12 plus.
12 plus, yeah.
So you're being
yeah, cool.
You're sort of like popping in and out of places, right? Like you're at one side of the hall, and we see you looking around, and it's the inside of the big gala hall, right? And they're setting up for the gala. So there's like a stage and tables and like a bunch of chairs and stuff like against the walls where it's like ready to they're prepping, right? There's a bunch of decorations. It looks really fancy. And then we see you like instead of like walking across the room, it's just like you like shimmer out and like shimmer in another place. And so we see you find the like back hallways that the building looks older here. And so like you're shimmering through the place, and you can kind of follow the older the building looks, like because obviously the big gala hall is like new renovations. It looks state of the art. Everything looks great. But like back halls are like wood paneling and older, and then like you find doors that look real sturdy but old, right? And so you shimmer to the other side of that, and there's like stairs that go down underneath, so it's like leading to a basement, and they're starting to get narrower. Like the hallways are starting to get narrower. And then we see you downstairs underneath. There's probably like office type stuff down here. Like there's old rooms, and it kind of looks like it's a research center, right? Like there's sort of almost cubicles built, and like areas in the like open areas with like old tables. Not a lot of clutter, but just like it was set up for a lot of people to work down here.
Okay.
And then you find another stairway down with uneven, but this one looks like it has a newer door on it. Like this has been maintained, right? This door has been maintained, and it looks like a pretty sturdy lock on it. And you shimmer to the other side, and you get some resistance. Like maybe there's a magical ward on it or something.
Okay.
And you make your way down further, and you find yourself in what looks like those like 1940s research centers, like where they would have brought Captain America to fill him full of stuff, right? Like,
right.
There's
like
a bunch
style.
of like there's like weird instruments here, and like arcane sigils everywhere, like on like kind of like connected to machines that are detecting the energy that is coming, like would detect the energy that comes off of them,
electrodes,
like all that kind of stuff, right? Like they were trying to figure out how magic works down here,
right?
And there is like beyond the sort of research area, there's like a really heavy door with a glass window, and you can see beyond it, like through your, as the astral form, you can see down there that there's like another door down the hallway, and that one doesn't have a window on it. But when you try to like shimmer past it, you can't get in there in your astral form. Like whatever magical shielding is on this place, it's preventing you from just waltzing in with your astral form. Like you bump off of it like plexiglass.
Okay.
Like the door, you don't sense the door. You sense this like other barrier. And so you can try to breach it, but you would run the risk of harming your astral form.
Where would they bring in a unicorn, or where would, like, do I see any kind of path?
So they said ritual chamber. So you get the sense that wherever wherever they're going to end up is in there.
Okay.
There's probably like if you backtrack, there's probably a way to get down, like not coming in through the front door, but like you still have to go through the gala building. Like you have to get into the top part of the building and then into these back halls. And so it seems like the easiest way is to just go in through the gala, right?
Okay. Of course. I'm not going to risk a breach at this point. do I think I can do the Trojan horse thing and be led in? Like, is that a mental role I can guess at?
Like be let into this place?
Right. Yeah. Like, because I'm thinking if I'm going to be a decoy unicorn, what would be the best place to make the switch?
You
Because I don't think I can.
There are some narrow hallways with like side doors. So you got a 12 plus, right? So you think you could wait, like lie in wait in one of these side rooms.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, knock the lights out or do something to like cause a distraction so that they stop paying attention and you can pull the unicorn into a side room, make the switch, and then just keep going.
Okay. Cool.
But it would be like a floor up, right?
You're right. Yeah. And then I would proceed down as the sacrifice.
As the sacrifice.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm going to come back to myself and rouse myself gently so as not to wake Aaron and write all this down.
I think Aaron was trying to take a Polaroid of you two as you're sleeping. And then like the flash happens and then you wake up and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to wake you."
No, it's okay. I wanted to be up anyway.
And she's like shaking the Polaroid and like flips it over and writes the date and like your name's on it. I think it fades out the window of Paris, like the Paris window, right? As you're writing down, taking notes, and like drawing your little map. And and I think that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Sweet.
So, what's the credits song that plays? I'll let Joe pick this one since it's coming out of that.
You got another thing coming.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Like it starts off like all romantic, and it's like this pan away shot, and we get this aerial view of Paris, and we scroll by like a restaurant and a cafe, and there's some people playing violin, but then like it cuts hard cuts from that, and just another thing coming, and that's the ending.
Awesome. Okay. That's the end of tonight's session. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us on January 25th. Oh my gosh. For our next and probably last session.
Seems like we're closing in.
I know, we're closing in. We're getting there. If you want to catch up on past episodes or find all of the other APs on the Happy Jacks network, you can go to happyjacks.org/shows. And if you want to learn more about Lighthearted, you can go to lighthearted.games. Don't buy it on itch because the Kickstarter is coming. You can go there and sign up for the newsletter if you want, and or follow me on Twitter because I'm not gonna say the date yet, just in case. But end of the month, it's like few weeks. It's coming. Lighthearted Kickstarter. It's gonna be awesome. And that's it. And then we have an awesome cast that has to do their plugs. So I will throw it around. We'll go in the same order from the beginning. Dave.
Aha!
You're up.
I have been Kadave, and I have also been Harold. And sometimes those things fight with each other in my brain. But I don't have anything to plug. I'm just, everybody hold tight and let's get this year going right.
Hang in there, y'all.
Yeah, be safe.
Clara.
I am Clara. I played Audrey, and we are both emotionally unavailable. However, if you'd like to see me, if you'd like to read embarrassing stories about me in my everyday life and sometimes see pictures that are fun, I am on Twitter as Clearly Golden. I'm almost everywhere as Clearly_Golden. And lately, I've been streaming me drawing things. I chat, and every once in a while, tell embarrassing stories about myself. I'm also playing Among Us with friends every other Friday, it sounds like. So I don't know. I'm around. You can follow me on Twitter, and that'll be a really good way to find out. Also, I'm on Games We Never Play's podcast. We take games that are on your shelf and we play them and we review them, and I get to be a nerd about game design, which is rare for me. I have many thoughts. However, that's every Monday at gamesweneverplay.com, where you can catch up on that. Otherwise, I guess sometimes I'm a mermaid, but check me on Twitter for that.
Mermaid_clarity.
Yeah, that. It's like it is simultaneously the most and least interesting thing I do, in my opinion.
That's awesome. I loved the most recent picture you posted. That one was great.
Yeah, they came out really freaking cool. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Are those the ones that you went to Catalina to take?
Yeah, those are Catalina photos. Catalina Island in California is the only place with natural that in Hawaii. 2 places with native mermaids. Well, Ginny Springs. 3 places.
Catalina. Nice. Well, I've been diving by Catalina. I didn't bump into any. That's just so strange. Claire, what do you got going on?
Oh God. Is it January yet?
It is.
Are we sure? So far,
2020 had some rollover minutes. We'll get through.
Yeah, I like that rollover minutes. I'm Claire. I'm CB Dubs, all the places, including League of Legends, where if you grief me, I'll probably eviscerate you with words. But based on the position you've chosen to play. I also am in a band with Clara. It's called the Merry Wives of Windsor. You can find us everywhere at Merry Wives, and including at the virtual Riverside Dickens Festival, which we are filming for.
I lost my mind slowly last night. It was great. The TikToks that are coming from it are brilliant.
That's great.
Nice. Joe.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe. I've been playing Zachary Lee. We'll find out for how long. Looks like we're wrapping up towards the end of our show. Oh my gosh, like what a ride. For those of you that have been listening, awesome. Good on you. This is what everybody should be doing. But for those that are just tuning in or you're not up to speed with everything, we've got such a great show to binge. I'm so looking forward to, at the end of this, binging this whole season for myself and hating all of my speech and my voice and how I look on camera. So looking forward to that.
Mood.
Looking forward to that.
Such a mood.
I don't have anything to plug other than everybody be safe. We'll get through this together. Warm your hearts with stories like this. And we'll see you soon.
Well, thanks, everybody. I can't think of any other better words to say. So, night. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Love you.